Hello students, we'll be studying plant tissues. Now last year you have studied cell. Cell, the structure. There's protoplasm in it, there's nucleus in it, and there are cell organelles. Now this cell which perform similar function and they have same structure, they form tissues. Group of tissues, they form organ. Group of organ, they form organ system. And organ system leads to formation of organism. In both plant and animal, it's the same way. So let us study the plant tissues. Now, plant tissues, the foremost meristematic tissue. You want to see meristematic tissue? Take full moong and soak it and see the elongation of these cells, how quickly it takes place. It is because of the meristematic tissue. Now you see a small plant, it starts growing up, but the growth takes place in the tip because meristematic tissues are present. They'll just grow and grow and grow and multiply and then will become permanent. So now the tip, they will just multiply and multiply, become permanent. Then only the tip part will just multiply and multiply. Rest of the part will become permanent tissues. So meristematic tissue will just multiply. Now the meristematic tissues will form permanent tissues when they perform permanent function and they have definite structure. So let us see which are the permanent tissues. Now, there are simple permanent tissues when they are single. When they are single cell, they are single permanent tissues. As we are covered by epidermis, our skin is epidermal cell. We are covered with epidermis. Same way the plants also are covered with epidermis to protect them. The roots will be protected from abrasion of the soil, and due to soil and the stems are protected, the leaves are protected. The epidermis will have of the leaf will have a waxy coating, so when the water falls on it, it drips. It does not stay and cause rotting of the leaf, but it drips. So that is the function of epidermis, that is protecting the plant. Now this simple permanent tissues which supports the plant are parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. So let us see the function, structure and its position. Parenchyma. They are spherical in structure and they have intercellular space. There is space in the cell. They are present throughout the plant and they modify to perform different functions. They prepare the food, they store the food, they carry out respiration, and in case of aquatic plant, they help the plant to float, give buoyancy. It fills the cell with air so that it gives buoyancy to the aquatic plant to float on water and not get submerged. So this is the function of parenchyma. Now the collenchyma, they are elongated cells. Parenchyma are spherical cells and collenchyma, they are elongated cells. You can see they are long cells. If you see the transverse section, when it looks like this, there is space in between the cells. It gives strength, flexible strength to the plant. So where it is present? On the petiole. You have studied the structure of leaf. The base of the leaf is petiole. And on lamina is present the veins. So it is present on the petiole, it is present on the veins and is present on the stem, young stem. So it gives flexible mechanical strength. So if the wind is blowing, the leaf does not break because these cells are present on the petiole, the veins. So it does not break. It gives flexible mechanical strength to the leaf, the stem and the plant. So collenchyma is this type of cell which gives strength. Sclerenchyma, they are long cells, but in between the cells their space are filled with fibers, so it gives mechanical rigid strength. And in the long run the cells become dead. Dead cells are like our hair and nails. They are in living organism, but the cells are dead. They are hardened. So these are the supporting simple permanent tissues: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma and epidermis. Now we see the permanent complex tissue used for conduction. Now xylem is the tissue which is useful for conduction of water from roots to the top. It is unidirectional. It goes from the roots to the top. The water is utilized for various metabolic purposes. It is used for photosynthesis in leaf, and it is given out during transpiration. Now, these xylem, they are made up of small tubes, very small tubes, which are vessels. The tracheids, they are made up of tracheids, vessel, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. They are made up of 4 types of cells, so they are complex tissues. They are complex permanent tissues. They are hardened and later on they become dead, but still they conduct water from roots to the tops. That is the function of the xylem. They are very minute tubes, so the water comes in that tube from in the roots, and then other tube sucks, the other tube sucks, and this is how, if the plant is 15 feet tall, then also it goes from bottom to the top. So it is xylem is permanent complex dead tissue. Now the other permanent complex tissue is phloem. Phloem conducts food. The sound of phloem food is same. So if you can remember that, phloem conducts food. And it's not unidirectional, it is in both the direction, bidirectional, upward as well downwards. So where the food is prepared? On the leaf. The leaf prepares the food in the form of starch. Prepares in the form of starch. It gives to different parts of the plant, and then it stores into the grains which we eat. So phloem does the work of conduction. So how is the structure of the phloem? It is made up of sieve tubes. What is sieving? You sieve the tea. The leaves are on the top and the liquid part goes down. That is sieving. Same way there are sieve tubes which carries food. Whatever is required, that is conducted in the sieve tube. So supporting the sieve tube is the companion cells, and along with the companion cells there is phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. They are complex tissues. They are complex permanent tissues. They are complex permanent conducting tissues. So here you can see there are, that is sieve tubes. Sieve is pores are present in the tube for coming out whatever is required, that comes out and conducted, and in between sieve plates are also present. So this is sieve tubes and companion cells, and phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers are present. That is why it is complex, it is permanent. So permanent complex tissue for conduction. Now in xylem, water is conducted. But what comes along with the water is the mineral which is present in the soil. Mineral is what? Iron, calcium, magnesium. These are minerals which are required by the plant, which are required by us also. So this comes along with the water. It is conducted to each and every part for various metabolic purposes. So xylem and phloem, they are the conducting complex permanent tissues. Xylem, it becomes dead, and like our hair and nails, it becomes dead tissues and it becomes wood, and that wood is used for making furnitures. So xylem becomes a dead tissue later on. So it is a dead permanent complex tissue. So here we can see meristematic, it is for division. Meristematic just divides at the tip, it grows, just multiplication takes place, and after multiplication they become permanent, and permanent is the epidermis, which covers the outer structure. Then there are other permanent simple tissues, which are parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, and permanent complex tissues, xylem and phloem. Hope you have understood. Bye bye.